Good evening, everybody. It's Valerie Ling coming to you live from Queensland. It's a bit rainy where I am. I've been part of a 4-day thing called a retreat, but let me tell you that that is a misleading term. It is anything but a retreat because this was more like a working bee on steroids. And what it is, it's 4 days with other psychologists around Australia, really just collaborating and working through our list of things that we need to get done. In the course of this 4-day long stint that we've done, I found myself really starting to think about how do you actually sustain this sort of pace when you're doing things that you really believe in, probably in a role that you're highly engaged in, and you don't actually really have the opportunity to do some of the self-care things that you might like to do. For example, it's been raining almost every day, so there hasn't really been an opportunity for me to switch off and have some exercise. I'm not at home, and so I don't have the sensory sort of things that I do. And so I thought I would actually come on board and talk about how sometimes self-care can really lull us into thinking that it's basically a recipe or a formula of rest that involves some kind of indulgent or relaxation-based activities. So how have I survived this 4-day stint? Well, by actually thinking about burnout and flame on. So what do you need to do when you're tired and you actually want to flame on? Well, the first principle is this. You go like this and then like that. Like this and like that. What am I doing? What I'm doing is I'm basically saying deep focus and know what your limit is. Mine is probably about 60 minutes on a good day. And this is when you actually switch off into a self-care or wind down, recharge activity. For me, this is 60 minutes, this is 15 minutes, right? Now, I've probably annoyed everybody at this retreat because part of my 15 minutes recharge is to collaborate and talk, basically. Greetings, Tess. Lovely to see you on the live here. So that 15 minutes for me is a couple of different things. Number one, I need to connect with some people, so I might go and have a chat. Number two, I might actually need to move my body somehow, whether I'm standing up or using my body in a different way. Number three, I've actually been using sensory things readily available to me. I can't see, no glasses. Who's that? Hey, Shireen, nice to see you. Sensory activities. I actually treated myself at the airport to these fantastic new earphones, and I've just been feasting on different music. What else have I been doing? Using my brain in another way for a short period of time. Tapping into my creative space. I actually did some online shopping as well. So I just wanted to talk to you about sometimes we can think that we actually need to go the other way, which is to go self-care, work. Self-care, work. And that's because we might actually be thinking that we might be afraid that if we don't do this much of self-care, we're not going to be able to do a lot of work. And so what we think we're doing is we go this way 90 minutes, and then this way 20 minutes. This way 90 minutes, this way 20 minutes, right? In effect, what that does though is it interrupts flow and focus. And you also don't get a chance to see how much stamina you can actually have when you're switched on in deep focus and really meaningful activities. So the last thing I want to say is, flame on really means that you really need to know what your high meaning activities are. Prioritize them. Make them the focus. Make them the things that enabled you to sustain that 90 minutes and then head for the shorter breaks. Right? Like this, like this. So here I am. I was actually utilizing this little stint to do a live, to do something to connect and to be creative because I was in a bit of a downturn funk myself, sitting in my retreat trying to get things done. It was lovely to connect with you all, and see you later. Oh, I haven't pressed